Hello crypto freaks, David Allen here. It's time for another crypto investment diary. It's been a little while, but I've been busy, as have the crypto markets. Um, just 3 months ago, we were at $20 billion market cap. 3 months later, we are at almost 50 billion. So it's up 2.5 times. That's incredible, but not surprising. Big money is coming into the cryptocurrency space. Hedge fund managers, the stock and bond guys. If you ever watch Gregory Mannarino on YouTube, he's got like 50,000 subscribers. He talks in a lot of the shows that I listen to. And he's all freaked out about cryptocurrency. People are in. Bix Weir, the silver guys, the silver and gold guys, the metal guys. Not Peter Schiff, but most of the others now are beginning to come around, except for the dinosaurs. So, and they have a lot to learn. So, but the money's coming in, and that's what you're seeing. Money's coming into the space. We've got trusts and ETFs and things like that coming down the pipe. And it's just a fascinating time to be in this. It gets bandied around a lot that cryptocurrency is actually a new asset class. Well, that's remarkable because if you want an example of an asset class is, for example, commercial real estate, international bonds, the U.S. stock market, residential real estate, precious metals, gold. Well, all those asset classes have value in the trillions of dollars, some as much as $200 trillion. We are at $50 billion in cryptocurrency. So that's pretty incredible. I have been predicting that we are going to see a $1 trillion market cap in cryptocurrency. And I think that that's probably coming down the pipe in the next 5 years. I look at it more as a sector. Which is smaller. A sector is like a portion of the U.S. stock market. And the way I get it, $1 trillion is that the smallest of all the sectors in the U.S. stock market is the utility sector, which is at $1.1 trillion. So that's where we are. We're in an exciting time. The world is catching on, though. The world is catching on, so I feel like we need to be busy and we need to be acquiring assets at this time. And that's what I've been doing. Anybody who's ever watched my 40-60 crypto portfolio video, that's where I say that I believe that 40% of all the money in this space should go to Bitcoin. As I said, respect the Hefe. Most transactions in the cryptocurrency space are done through Bitcoin. Bitcoin is where everyone starts. Bitcoin is where the big money is always going to start. And Bitcoin also, we're already almost 16.5 million coins with a 21 million coin cap. There's not that many left out there, and we just had a halving in 2016. And for those you know, the halving means that when somebody mines a block, half as many coins come in as it was the last block, and it's going to happen again in 2020. So there's a limited supply. It's going to get even harder to mine them. All this new money coming in. That's why you're seeing the rise in Bitcoin. I mean, it's clear as day. So I believe the altcoin space is exciting, right? Because we see these numbers where coins are up 50-60% in a 24-hour period, and that's not really happening with Bitcoin. But what you're seeing with Bitcoin is the steady rise, and I think that that's going to continue to happen leading up to the halving in 2020. So there's some that are Bitcoin maximalists that would have you put all your money in Bitcoin and buy and hold Bitcoin. I can't say that that's a bad thing. What I recommend and what I'm following is a 40-60 crypto portfolio with 40% of every money you put in the space goes into Bitcoin. And the other 60% you can mess around with the altcoins. And there's some really strong altcoins. I think the big money, like I said before, is going to go to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, and maybe Dash. Although I heard Adam Meister say that he thought Decred was going to end up to be a top altcoin. I haven't bought any, but I'm looking into it. So with the rise in the altcoins, for me to be able to keep my 40-60 allocation, even though the Bitcoin has been rising, I've had to put more than 40% of my portfolio into Bitcoin to keep it at the 40% level. And I'm still behind. I've had some coins that have really pumped. But as of right now, I'm pretty close. So my largest holding is Bitcoin. And then after that, my next largest holding is Ethereum. I was buying Ethereum at $10, and I continue to buy Ethereum. It's on Coinbase. I buy it on a daily basis. I kind of change my mind what I'm going to do. Sometimes I put in $20, $25 a day. Sometimes I put 10. Sometimes I just decide I want to do one. I want to buy a full Ethereum. Just a couple weeks ago when it was at $50, I bought 10 at $50. So the two of them combined, my Bitcoin and Ethereum, make up for about half of my portfolio right now. I'm going to continue to buy Bitcoin. I'll continue to have it at 40%. I'm going to continue to buy Ethereum too. I had concerns with Ethereum about the unlimited coin supply, but now I understand that when they move to proof of stake, there may be a limited coin supply. But I also heard that for proof of stake that you're going to need to have 1,000 coins to stake, and I'm not there. I'm about 15% there, and I don't anticipate getting there. So just keep that in mind. Now, my next biggest holding is NEM, and I certainly don't have the most money invested in NEM. It has just gone parabolic. I've got over 110,000 NEM, and most of the NEM that I bought was at 2 and 3 cents, and that's all been in the last couple of months, and it's gone parabolic. It's up 60% as of this time in the last 24 hours. I'll continue to add NEM on the dips. NEM is Japanese, and a lot of the business is done in Japan, and it's its own thing. It's its own technology, and anybody who looks at it from a technological standpoint, is impressed. You can harvest on it, which I guess is their version of proof of stake. The wallet's pretty good. I've been talking about NEM for 2 months. I did a video on it a while back, and nobody was talking about it. It used to be funny. They'd go over all the coins in the top 10, and they just skip over it. My next holding is Litecoin. I am adding it now on a daily basis now that it's on Coinbase. Most of the Litecoin I bought was at $3.80 to $4. But I am buying it. I'm mining it. I'm mining it on Genesis Mining. I'm mining it on Hashflare. And I'm adding probably about a couple Litecoins a day to my portfolio. My next biggest holding is Burst. I called Burst a while back, and I did a video at it when the market cap was about 2.5 million. It's now at about 6.5 million. It's a coin not many people talk about. I've acquired it to the extent that I'm kind of proud of this. I'm going to show you. They have a rich list, and you can see my name here, David Allen. I'm the 90th largest holder of Burst. So I 0.09% of all the Burst out there, and it's risen. It's continued to rise. The developers are very involved. They're involved with the Burst Nation. They're involved with the forum. They're involved with the assets. You can invest in assets with them, and it's a very strong community. And I see Burst, passing the test of time. And it's going to triple from the time that I started, which was 2.5 million to 7.5 million. That'll happen pretty soon. I'm hoping that Burst gets up there to at 10 cents, quarter a coin, and you can do the math, and at some point that we'll be very happy with that. My next largest holding, and I'd like to have more of it, is Dash. I own a decent amount of it, but I haven't been buying it because I'm mining it so heavy with Genesis Mining. I get about a Dash a day from the amount of mega hash that I have, and every time I get it, a certain amount, and then I sock it away in my keep key. I haven't bought any, but it's kind of falling behind some of the other holdings, and I really feel like it should be a top 5 holding, and it's more like I'm at number 6 with it. My next holding in rank of dollar amount is Ethereum Classic. I bought a lot of Ethereum Classic at $1.75, and then in the 2s, and then I did just buy some at 7, because I think, like I said, that that's going to be one of the main coins that the big money is going to invest in. And I think that's where we need to know. We need to know, what are the big dogs going to do. It's money like this space hasn't really seen before. You're seeing little articles leak out about billionaires investing in this and that, and a lot of it's Bitcoin and a lot of it's Ethereum. But you know that that Greystone Trust is Ethereum Classic, and some of the ICOs are coming out now on Ethereum Classic, and you know they have full-time development. So I believe that that's going to be a coin that everybody is going to want to be in. I'm going to keep on adding. I'm going to add at the dips. My next biggest holding is Ripple. Now, Ripple's kind of crazy. I was against Ripple. I wasn't getting on board with it because I just didn't really understand how the banks using it converted over into the token being increasing in value. And I also suspected that the banks would figure out the blockchain on their own and bypass Ripple and just do it themselves. As a matter of fact, I think JP Morgan might be doing it. But because it was so cheap and because so many people believed in it, I said, why not? So I invested a small amount in Ripple, and it's like tripled on me. It's up 52.9% in the last 24 hours. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that investment. I bought most of it at 3 cents, and it's at 15. Actually, that's a quintuple. I don't think I bought any above 3 cents. It's up 5 times. My next biggest holding, and I've been talking about that it was set for a breakout, was Monero, the privacy coin. It was in that range, 18 to 21 forever, and I knew it was going to break out, and I figured with all the money coming in, it was going to break out to the upside, and it has. It's over $30 as we speak, and there's some people that are really into it. DeFamous DJ, you know, he's been talking about Monero a lot. I know he likes it, and I just feel it's a really solid top tier coin, and I'll probably keep adding there. My next holding is Golem. I bought a bunch of it, 10, 12, 14 cents. It's now at 23. It hit up as high as 27. It's going down, so I've got my eye on it. I'm looking to add Golem. My next holding is Dogecoin, and I've been loving Dogecoin. And really all these coins that are super, super cheap, I think a lot of people are taking flyers on them because they love owning a whole bunch of them with the hope that they go to $1 or something and they'll be super rich. But Dogecoin is also, you know, it's on ATMs. It's you know, it's like on Genesis Mining. It's on, I think it's on all these different merchants. If they take Bitcoin, a lot of them take Dogecoin too. And so it's actually out there, and it's been out there a while. And I mean, it's gone parabolic on me, as well as it has on all of you all. You know, I own about 2.25 million, and I add it every day because my wife's Bitcoin, where she has about 3 terahash with Genesis Mining, goes to Doge, and I have about 10% of my Dash and my Genesis Mining account going to Doge, and that my Genesis Mining account is like 3,500 or 3,800 mega hash. So it's significant. So I'm adding every day, and I have gone and bought it because it's on Spaceshift and Change Jelly, and I'm a believer. So my next one is interesting. I have not talked about it before. It's Navcoin, and this is the wallet for Navcoin. It's really nice and slick and easy to use. I closed out my PIVX. I don't sell, I acquire. I acquire assets. I'm in the accumulation stage in my life. But PIVX was crashing on my Mac. If my Mac had restarted on its own or something like that, which I tried not to get it to do, it was crashing. And I'd go to Slack, and other people with Macs were having the same problem. My staking, I was getting orphan blocks. Every once in a while I'd get one that wasn't, but then it went from 6 to 4 coins, and yeah, I was just having problems with it. I mean, at one point I thought that I was going to lose all my coins, and it just wasn't worth it. That's my dog. Arrow, come here. Come here. There's a ball stuck somewhere. Anyway, it just wasn't worth it. I thought I was going to lose all my coins. So one time it didn't crash. I got my coins. They came up, and I immediately, as soon as I got it all synced up and I could use my coins, I used change jelly and converted it right to Bitcoin, and that was that. And I replaced it with Navcoin. Navcoin is a privacy coin. Navcoin is super fast. Navcoin does all the things that Pivx does, but it's about 55th in the market cap. And I just bought my first on May 5th, and I've already gotten 2 stakes, and they will pay you 5% a year. And it looks like you get staking payments almost every day, so it will compound. You'll keep on getting 5% every year. It's like compounding. It's like I'm into it. So I wanted a coin that was in like the 50 range instead of just a top tier coin and then my lower one first. So Navcoin is my coin. Next on my list is Augur. It had a big run up. I got it at $9 and it's at 17. I'll probably be adding to that. Zcash is my next holding. I don't have that much, but it's a mainstream coin. I heard they're using it for the utilities in South America, so it's a good coin. I may buy on the dips. I'm kind of turned off by the fact that 20% of all the mining goes to the developers. And last coin that I have is Factum. Factum is it's on the Exodus wallet beta, and so I added some, but I had a nightmare with Poloniex getting it off there. Everybody had a nightmare getting their Factum off Poloniex, so I'm kind of waiting to see how that plays out. What I'm looking to get into as a new coin that I'm looking into is Decred. That may be all I'm going to add. Other than that, I feel like I've got ample diversification, and I'm just going to keep on adding and buying, keeping my 40-60 portfolio with an emphasis on what I think the big money is going to go into, and that's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Dash, Monero, and I've heard some people that I respect say Decred would be there as well. I'm not trading, I'm not selling other than the Pivx because I was tired of it, that wallet being so high maintenance, and I'll check back in with you, but I'm going to continue to buy. Genesis Mining, since they've sold out of Script and X11, I've been buying some, mostly Bitcoin, but a little push here and there on the Monero and the Ethereum, just for kicks and giggles. Everybody that's used my code now, I've gotten everybody back. Some people are hitting me again, so I'm going to be hitting them again. Some people hit me large, I'm going to hit them again. Anyway, my code is down below. If you use it, I will get you back. And the last thing I want to talk about is Hashflare. I think that's a legitimate mining site, and I think that the Script with the lifetime contract is a great deal. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and let's go get them.